This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description. Howdy, everybody, and welcome to the Triple M Pulling Truck Series here at Kansas, here on Racecraft TV. I'm Austin Knight. I'm joined by Peyton Hill. Tonight we got a great race for y'all on this fantastic Friday night under the lights here on this glorious Friday of February the 19th. Glad to have some power because we're about to get some power flowing out here on track. Peyton, how are you feeling about tonight?
Man, tonight's going to be great. Kansas Speedway, very technical track, very multi-lane. In the beginning of a run, you get that bottom lane working. It works out pretty good until that top lane starts to make a lot of runs. So I'm excited to see how the track's going to change over the night.
Kansas is one of those tracks where it does change throughout the race. I always remember when I first ran here, everyone was running the bottom. I started running the bottom. Then everyone moved on top. I stayed on bottom. And the next thing I know, I blew a tire.
Yeah, we got to look out for that tonight. And if that happens tonight, I'll be very surprised as these trucks, you can feel it when those tires start to give.
It is going to be a very, very awesome race to be watching here tonight because it is always so fun to come here at Kansas. And last time I came here at Kansas, in the cup cars earlier this year, it was so fun. Went to all the way to the end and a little bit of controversy from a late dive down low, but it came up to 5 laps to go restart, and it was probably the wildest race we have seen at Kansas. But hey, the truck boys, they love getting down and dirty with each other, and we might see a little bit down and dirty later here tonight. Qualifying is currently going on right now, so let's go out there on track to see how we're going and look at that top time. Well, as soon as I said that, Stephen Thomas has just taken pole position.
Curious to see. Track position is going to be huge tonight with the tire wear and how once those tires start to fall off, it's going to be very interesting single file race unless they want to really push it for that 2 wide. We might even see some bump drafting tonight, so I'm excited as we have Jason running this his qualifying lap.
Yeah, Jason Higginbotham running in that peak anti-freeze 56. You can see that line he's taking. It's kind of a middle line. You don't want to be running all the way down low because that'll just kill off your momentum. And Higginbotham comes across the line, goes to his third. Michael McKinnon, who also completed his lap, jumped up into second place. Michael Adamson completed his second lap. He's going to be finishing behind Dale, and he'll be starting in 8th place to match his number. Blake Lothian and that 59 Texas Law Book Tundra looking absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure if Blake's from Texas, but if he is, I'll be rooting for him today. Hashtag not biased at all. Hashtag I'm wearing a blanket. It's still cold.
Yeah, Blake Lothian, he missed out last week. Last week we did have a great race at Watkins Glen for the lead. We had a lot of lead changes coming down to the end of that race. So
oh my
curious
goodness,
to see if anyone's gonna fight back.
That race was just everything, and then that ending came out of so left field. And speaking of left field, Dustin Scruggs, 31.04 by 100th of a second takes provisional pole. Wow. And also remember to qualify for our Southern Auto Glass Hard Charger Award, you need to set a qualifying time. So we currently have 4 drivers that have not set a qualifying time, and that will be Scott Osmet. He did 3 laps, didn't get a single clean lap in there. I think he might have hit the wall. Chris Cinnamon, Eric Zimmerman, and Dane Hagen. So those 4 drivers are not going to be eligible for our Southern Hard Charger Award. We got 31 trucks entered into this race.
Yeah, it's going to be a big field, but big fields could also cause for some big pileups. So we might see a few big ones tonight. Hopefully not, but I'm definitely expecting some good racing tonight.
It certainly is going to be a great race, and hey, this big field always entertaining, especially at the start of this race. You might start seeing some guys just immediately go for that tire save, especially in these early rounds, and just try to survive to that late race. I know everyone's been doing the Daytona 500 here on iRacing, and they've got a little bit more experience, and from everyone I was watching, it's gotten so clean that it's actually turned into a choo-choo train at times, which some might say, oh, it's kind of boring, but I'm going to be honest. Racing where everybody who started that race finishes the race is much better than 5 people nose to tail and everybody else has crashed and has the damaged car. Like, I feel like 27 cars packed up here at Kansas would be just insane to watch that end. But then again, I'm heavily biased in IndyCar racing where that usually happens.
We have some pretty nice stage gaps today. I think it's 30 laps for stage 1 and stage 2 and 74 laps for stage 3. That could cause for a really good green flag pit stops. So
it certainly
love to see that.
Certainly can, and believe we're getting ready to go out. So let's bring up our grid and get ready to go racing. Dustin Scruggs will be getting our pole position award besides Stephen Thomas, Michael McKinnon, Jason Higginbotham, Bradley Wilson, Nathan Roge, Clinton Castleberry, Peyton Johnson, Dale Adamson, Michael Adamson, Zach Adams, and Keith Bradley in 12th place. Followed by Blake Lothian, Jonathan Munda, Dan Gallant, Lance Miller, Tyler Daniels, Logan Quinn, Cody Knott, Jesse Siraj, Jeff Sickles, Taylor Peacock, Robert Richards, and Brennan Bullock in 24th. Behind them is Stephen Gregory, Ben Ganoyski, Tori Thompson, and Chris Cinnamon, Dane Hagen, Scott Osmat with Eric Zimmerman at the end of this grid. The bottom 4 of Cinnamon, Hagen, Osmat, Zimmerman did not qualify and will not be eligible for our Southern Auto Glass Hard Charger Award. We're out there on the grid. I'm getting ready to go. It's time to go racing here on Racecraft TV.
We got a pretty big field here tonight. I think last week we only had about 20-something drivers, but to have how much do we have now? 31 tonight?
Yeah, 31.
That's a big field compared to last week. So
last week was also a road course.
Yeah, road course racing, but the week before that we had a lot more, and that was Eldora. So Curious to see how this is gonna work tonight.
I know Eldora is just like that gym on the calendar that everyone wants to race at, and I know it's being replaced by Bristol, which is, if you think Eldora is nuts, Bristol dirt racing is going to be even more nuts. And I have that date circled on my calendar, and if somebody interrupts me during the real life racing there, they're going to be punched. Because who doesn't want to see
that too.
Yeah, who doesn't want to see dirt racing at Bristol?
Everyone, dude. Everyone wants to see it.
Well, speaking of what everyone else wants to see, they want to see these glorious cars underneath these lights. Dustin Scruggs leading out the field. And just look at the pack of cars he's leading out behind him. We got Thomas right beside him, McKinnon in the fire-breathing Dragon 13 right behind him. And I gotta say, I love my fire-breathing Dragons, and that thing is H-O-T hot. I'd be totally okay if that Dragon came over here into Texas and warmed us up, because I'm sick of the cold. This won't be the first time you're going to hear me complain about the cold. Well, it's time to be cold no longer. It's time to heat things up. Get ready to go, because the Ford Mustang lights are off and into the pits, and let's go. Green racing here at Kansas for the Triple M Pulling Truck Series on Racecraft TV. It's a good start by Scruggs, followed by Thompson, McKinnon, Higginbotham, Wilson, Castleberry, and Rogan going side by side for pretty much everybody right now as they head through turns 1 and 2. We got a few trucks looking down low. Immediately a little bit loose for Thomas right there as McKinnon's down on his inside right now, but it's easy pickings right now for everybody as Wilson and Higginbotham are going side by side. Higginbotham forced up wide. Speaking of wide, Nathan Roge's up there almost into the wall as we're going 3 wides. Peyton Johnson scooting through there. And woo, already 1 lap down and 1 heart attack happening.
Yeah, contact was made going 3 wide there, but we might see a lot more of that as this track's pretty wide and pretty fast for doing that. Well, a quick track makes for, you don't want to give away those runs, so.
A little bit of an incident. McKinnon had a little bit of an incident. He's fallen down the order as, well, we might go have another 3 wide right here. Peyton Johnson once again looking around that outside. Woo, switching it back to the inside now.
Diving down low, getting clear off the turns 1 and 2. But will he get clear to the top? You got to get back to that top because that top has so much of a run coming out of the corner.
See if he gets it back by Roge. Also look behind him, Zach Adams with that stealth black 71 making a move down low on Adamson. Adams in this race. And Peyton Johnson that time by. Fastest lap of the race, 31 dead as he is on the tail of Castleberry. He knows he's the fastest truck right now, and he's definitely going to be working for a good run as some of the trucks are having a little bit of woe. But here comes Johnson down low on Cinnamon. Side by side through the tribal, across the line. A little bit of smoke up there. I think that might have been from the start. And Johnson down low. And Johnson has got 1. McKinnon stayed up high. He's going a bit slow. And here comes Johnson. Also, Nathan Roge made a great move down low. Almost get it turned by Castleberry, that 21. And McKinnon, once again, staying up. I think McKinnon is just immediately going for that tire safe strategy.
Yeah, a lot of these drivers will be going for that tire save, but Peyton Johnson's not wasting any time. He says he wants to go to the front now, no matter how much tire wear he's going to lose out of it. So,
well, if there's an early caution about halfway through this stage, it would be definitely a good move by Johnson to go and get some tires because he's got the track position, and that's what he's going for. I think he's betting on a caution to happen right now. Oh, he's getting a bit sideways now, and those tire wear already showing its teeth very early on in this race.
Yeah, but the best thing tire wear could do is get loose right off the bat, because as soon as it starts getting tight and people start going up towards the wall, that wall could come up quick and suck you in like a vacuum. So, but look at Peyton Johnson looking low, almost pushing 3 wide.
Yeah, Johnson looking. Yeah, he is looking low. He's going low on Thomas. Have a little connection issue right there, so let's ride on board of Stephen Thomas as we're about to have a fight for the lead. As I believe Thomas has a little bit of company. Yep, that's number 13, the fire-breathing dragon of Michael McKinnon. He's down there as well.
McKinnon followed Peyton Johnson right there, is noticing that maybe tire saving isn't going to be the best way to go, but Peyton Johnson already looking side by side for a second, and
here
staying
comes
on
Johnson.
that bottom groove.
He certainly has the pace to get up there.
He has the pace to hold it, but will he have the patience to stay there? As the tire wear starts to fade, he might not be able to make that bottom work as good as it did. As Bradley Wilson to the bottom makes Peyton Johnson follow him for second place right then and there.
Yeah, Dustin Scruggs led off. He letting them have it, and now Johnson's side by side with Wilson. This is the passer lead. Peyton Johnson in that 15 is gonna be trying to keep it down there. It's a bit sideways coming out. He's gonna try to come up the track and block Wilson right for that 10-lap mark. A little all the way up the track they go. Both of them not giving each other any bit of room, but that bottom line is losing its grip. That top line is getting gripped in right there, but Johnson is finding it out as he's going to exit right in front of Wilson.
Johnson's fighting for it, but Wilson's not giving up that lead spot, so that outside lane has a big run, but Peyton Johnson might have to make a slide job here.
Oh, right into the bumper contact between them.
Made it work, though. Peyton Johnson's the new leader, but will Wilson have something for him back on the top?
Yeah, he stays up top and is running away as Scruggs and McKinnon are side by side right now, heading into turns 3 and 4. As our leaders dive down to that tri-level, completely legal here. I know a few race series don't allow passing below that white line, but it's not a double yellow line. And even if this was a double yellow line, they'll probably still be able to do it because, you know, consistency and rules. I'm allowed to be unfiltered. Higginbotham storming down low on the 23 of Stephen Thomas. And Higginbotham getting a good pass up into 6th place as, ooh, a lot of sparks happen behind us. Somebody might have hit the wall.
As they start to single file out, the chance of a caution starts to fade. And Peyton Johnson's still trying to run that mid to low line through.
Oh, look at Wilson. Where's Wilson going? Wilson with the switchback. He's tired of looking at that 15. He wants that colorful 51 CGE machine. Who these drivers have been dominating throughout this season. And the Phantom Graphics car up into first. But look at Dustin Scruggs. He's been the dark horse of this top 3 all night, and the Rhett Tucker Esports number 11 Prosper car is looking absolutely fast right now as he's trying to hold that bottom lane, but it's not going to be working out for him. He has to go up from the top and do that switch that Wilson has just to get the maximum amount of run out of that corner to make it work right there. But Wilson back into the lead. And look at Castleberry and Thomas. These two are just going at it.
Yeah, door-to-door racing, very tight. Trying to get every position you can so that if a caution comes out, you have a chance. But look at the 11. Scruggs in the wall with Peyton Johnson.
Oh, no. Oh, Johnson gets tagged from Zach Adams, and around goes Dustin Scruggs.
They start scrambling around, trying to clear themselves out of the wreck. Oh, man. The 11 of Dustin Scruggs just gets into the wall, and I don't think Peyton Johnson had an opportunity to slow down.
That is so unfortunate. Let's ride on board, and you're gonna see them up there, and whoop, down the inside. And Dustin Scruggs, I think it was just the most. Wow, that is extremely unfortunate. Right back there, right behind him, the yellow flag just came out, and man, Castleberry got a good view of it as well.
Ooh, very close.
He almost got hit by it. Oh, there's another car on the wall back there. 4 cars involved in that crash. And, well, we're going back to live photos now. Johnson, Adams, Scruggs, Richard, Osmat, Thompson, Ganoyski into the pits. Our leader, Bradley Wilson, staying out there. You're here watching Racecraft TV. We'll be right back after these messages. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We are back here live at Kansas Motor Speedway with Bradley Wilson up there in the lead, followed by Jason Higginbotham and Stephen Thomas, our top 3. Current Hard Charger Southern Oil Glass Hard Charger Award leader is Stephen Gregory in that 61. Up 11 spots. Chris Cinnamon is also up there, but he is disqualified.
Not disqualified from the race.
Just from that award.
For any of you that could have thought that. That wreck caused a little chunk out of it, but not a lot of people decided to pit, so fuel. I know that they do have 10 laps left to the stage, so.
Yeah, the first driver that went into the pits was Ben Ganoyski. He's farthest up the grid. I don't believe he was involved in any of that. He just wanted to see, like, hey, I'm going to take some tires. And so he went in there, got some tires, and, well, he's lined up in 24th right now. So I don't believe he's going to be having a bit of an... He's going to have some advantage, but I don't know if that's going to be, 24 spots up to the front. Hey, anything can happen. We've seen it before.
Yeah, we saw it last week. The winner last week decided to stay out on those old tires after pitting a lap before the stage ended, so...
Yeah, he went for track position, but hey, we'll see what happens. Pace car is in, and let's go. Green, green, green! Early start by Wilson. And look at that. Immediately, Thomas jumping the gun, gets underneath Higginbotham. And back to single file racing we go. Let's ride on board of our boy Good Noisky and see how he's doing already. Holding around the outside and just watch that speed difference to the 39. Look at the damage on the 39. That was the other car involved. That would be the 39 of Hagen, but round the outside, 4 wide on the back stretch. That's Justin Scruggs as well. Scruggs looks down the inside of Torrey Thompson.
Scruggs' car not looking too good after that caution. The 39 gets a little bit of a wiggle.
Wide across the line. As Stephen Gregory up there, they're 2 wide heading through turn 2. McKinnon and the 81 of Taylor Peacock having a little bit of exchange of paint right there. As we got some great 2x2 action here at Kansas. McKinnon holding that outside line. Peacock trying to hold down that inside line. And here comes the 61 and Stephen Gregory trying to hold it down there. Gregory, current leader of our Southern Autoglass Hard Charger Award. Our leaders are 2 wide right now across the line. Is that Stephen Thomas and Bradley Wilson? Side by side, nose to tail with each other. Thomas holding down the inside line, but look at Wilson trying to hold it around the outside. Wilson's got his nose ahead of Thomas, and Thomas just holding down the inside. And down low Thomas goes, but watch Wilson off the exit.
Yeah, top line has a huge run coming off that corner, but coming onto that tri-oval, that apron that people take, you towards the end of the race, we might see 2 wide into that apron, but curious to see if that's even going to be the case, as the outside looks like to have a pretty decent run every lap.
Yeah, the outside line is where all that grip is right now. That there's no grip on low, and Thomas, I think, is realizing that now. And his best bet would to be covering that top line now before Jason Higginbotham, that 56, is going to be looking down his inside as we ride on board of Higginbotham. And, well, they both died down low, and I believe Thomas is just doing that to cover off Higginbotham. And this is great news for Wilson, because Wilson's going to start pulling away. Thomas is going to be in that draft, so he's going to be staying with him. But if he continues to look down low, that's going to be killing those tires right now as we are about to enter lap 25. Look at Thomas. He's nearly sideways mid-quarter.
Yeah, you got to push these cars to the limit to make sure to keep it up into the top 3. And look at the gap that they have already pulled. Draft would have been a huge thing here, but it doesn't look like, it looks like speed is even bigger.
Well, speed's always the main factor. It doesn't matter on how much draft you have. Your car's traveling faster than the other car, you're going to start pulling away. Math. 2 is greater than 1. No matter how much magnet powers you got. Wilson, he's going faster than these two as they continue to go that slower bottom line. It's great on corner entry. Wilson had a little bit of a wiggle, though. Here comes Thomas now.
Yeah, losing any bit of grip on that outside. That wall is right there to catch you, and we saw what happened to Dustin Scruggs when he got into the wall, and there's not a lot of time to react when you have someone in the wall in front of you when you're this close.
Nose tail they go across the line. And these two are going at it, but another couple that's going at it right now, side by side, the 91 and the 18. Nathan Rogie and Keith Bradley side by side with each other, and they got a little pack going on as well. But this is the battle for 4th place as Rogie's holding down that bottom line, Bradley holding down that outside line, and Bradley stars his stripes, trying to hold it around the outside and make it work for him.
Yeah, door-to-door racing here for a top 5 position here. That's very awesome to see for the racing. As we look at the 00, holy cow, they almost got contact entering the corner.
That's Jonathan Munda getting very close with me, very close right here, as these guys are still side by side.
It's gonna get clear just barely.
Oh,
but
look at that block by Rogie. Landed his bumper on Bradley's nose. Now Bradley looking around the outside.
Look at is that the 21 of Clinton Castleberry is just waiting for them to make a mistake, but now that they're still side by side, trying to get every position they can and catch the leaders.
Now Bradley's down the inside. Top 10 points are so valuable, especially in these stages. And now Bradley's looking for a move down the inside. They're going to make contact coming out of there. Green and white flag are in there. They're 3 wide behind him. Start to fan out heading into turn 1. That's Blake Lothian looking down the inside of the A of Michael Adamson. It's not going to work for Lothian. He gets a little bit loose. And here comes Jonathan Munda looking down low. They're going to be side by side going into that corner. But it's going to be Lothian going low and staying ahead. And speaking of staying ahead, Bradley Wilson is going to take stage number 1. Unless you lied to me on the stage links again, and we still got... Oh, nope, we're good.
I did not lie on the stage.
Thank you. I was so confident. Bradley Wilson takes stage number 1 here, as he's followed by Thomas Higginbotham, Rogi, Bradley, Adamson, Lothian, Munda, Castleberry, and Gallant are points scorers here for stage number 1. You're here watching Racecraft TV. We'll be right back for the start of stage number 2. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live at Kansas with Blake Lothian in the lead right now. And, well, I gotta tell you, Blake Lothian is doing everything right as a candle. As he is, well, he won stage number 1. He's in the lead. And,
Bradley Wilson.
yes, Bradley Wilson. I don't...
It's okay. It's okay.
I've been without
Bradley
power for
Wilson.
3 days, man. I'm losing my mind. You take
Bradley
over.
Wilson
I'll shut up.
Did win the race off of pit road. Showed very good strength in the first stage and has the momentum to carry over into the second stage. But we know anything can happen as the tire wear starts to fall off, and pretty sure everyone came down for 4 as we go too wide and as the lights come off the pace car for one more lap, 1 to go till green. Stephen Thomas, I do believe he was battling really hard in the first stage, so it's going to be a very good battle for the second stage, and see if someone else can get another stage win. Maybe we'll have a repeat stage winner. Adrenaline starts to fly, the pace car comes off, and Bradley Wilson leads the field to green flag racing once again as the 91 of Nathan Rogie pushing 3 wide already off the start on the outside.
Got a problem. Clinton Castleberry missed the shift, and he's falling down the field extremely fast as that's a very backed up car. And Castleberry has fallen all the way down to 13th after that.
Yeah, missing a shift is huge off those restarts. You can't let that happen as Stephen Thomas has already fallen back a little bit. Contact with Rogie.
Rogie going up the track, trying to stay with Stephen Thomas ahead. Thomas trying to stay with Higginbotham, but Bradley Wilson has a 6/10 lead right now. I know I almost said somebody else's name.
Same name, too.
You were shoving it in my head from mispronouncing it, so...
59 of Blake Lothian.
Yeah, speaking of him, there he is.
Side by side with the 18 of Keith Bradley. Into the apron we go. Trying to get out of this pack. It's just all jumbled up right now as off the restart. We're starting to single file out towards the front, but very close racing here for a top 5 position. The 8 of Michael Adamson is holding on to that 5th spot.
Oh, look at the 81 of Taylor Peacock. He's sending a surprise move down low. And Taylor, he's looking low. And oh, that's still tight down there. Peacock, Lothian, side by side for 5th. And look at Peacock, he's going down. He's going to take Anderson with him. Ooh, and Taylor Peacock up into 5th place.
Yeah, now look, Lothian's taking the inside, following Peacock right through the bottom. Side by side, gets clear coming out of 4.
Michael Adamson having a bit of trouble. He's keeping that middle line, keeping his tires in the game. If this stays green, he might be a threat for later on in this race.
Look at Peacock already driving away from the field for top 5, and we have a leader change here, side by side for the lead. Jason Higginbotham against Bradley Wilson. Wilson's finally dropped to the bottom with those fresh tires. It's going to work, but the outside lane just has such a huge run. They're going to keep switching back and forth here.
Higginbotham looking low. He's getting a good run. He's going to look low and in turn 1. Side by side they go, but watch that exit off of turn 2. That outside line is so fast coming out there. And the more side by side they're going to race, the more Thomas and Rogie are going to catch up to him.
Look at Rogie's just waiting patiently behind Thomas as this battle continues in front of them.
Rogie had a good start too, and into the wall. Wilson sending out a few sparks right there. And he's going way up high.
Now using every inch of the track he can get.
Might have missed a little bit of a key right there, but hey, still side by side for the lead. This is a great fight, and Stephen Thomas has the best view of it. Well, compared to us.
Yes. Still side by side for the lead. That bottom lane starting to fizzle down once again with the tire wear, and Wilson's using every little bit of track, pinching him down to the apron to get the clear all the way down. Just
what
barely.
Wilson can do, he can kind of stall out his car on the top lane, let Higginbotham by, and then push the power, and down the inside he goes, and he's going to cover him off right there. He says, I got all the speed I need, buddy. You cannot pass me.
Yeah, but now Stephen Thomas is starting to come up the field. And look at Rogie going into the inside of Thomas. Side by side coming out of 2, still there.
No advantage. No advantage at all for Rogie.
Rogie's doing everything he can to get to the side by side. As Thomas makes a little bit of a bobble on the top. Side by side coming out of 4.
He was in the wall too. Out a little bit of sparks right there as they continue on. Rogie down low for 3rd. And he's clear. He can go up, and he's got the move.
This top 4 has pulled away quite a bit. 2-second gap to the next car, which is Taylor Peacock.
Yeah, Taylor is having a good race as well. He's actually currently our Southern Autoglass Hard Charger Award at 17 spots. And here goes Higginbotham once again from the view of Thomas. He's going down low. No money right there for Jason Higginbotham. Wilson is just so dominant on that outside line, but Wilson! He goes down low, and while he turned in, had a little bit of a hiccup, and the back end kind of caught up with him, and now Higginbotham's leading on the outside.
Now almost getting clear. Higginbotham running that top line. That's Wilson's primary spot, but Wilson just has so much speed on the bottom at the moment.
He has tire wear. He has tire life. Higginbotham has been using all of his tire life, and so Wilson has fresher tires than Higginbotham, because the longer you run on that bottom line, the more tires you're going to be losing. And look at that, Higginbotham losing a lot of speed, and that is a caution out right now.
Lance Miller.
Oh no.
From 14th. Just
That's a slide on his own.
Possible contact maybe. On the top.
Yeah, there's the 24 of Miller. And
just
Cody not. Cody
got turned halfway down the straightaway. No contact though to the wall, so he's still in it. I wonder if we'll see anything.
I think we might see a little bit of a retribution between those two later on in the race, because there was no excuse for that move right there by not. You're here watching Racecraft TV for the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. We'll be right back for this when we go back to Green Flag Racing here at Kansas. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
And
What is
welcome
your
back to
iRating, bro?
Racecraft TV. We're back here live at Kansas Motor Speedway with Bradley Wilson leading out the race. Yes, we are live, Payton.
Yes, I know. Bradley Wilson just been dominating all night tonight, but he's had some challenge with Jason Higginbotham. And Rogie and Thomas were not that far back. And even Taylor Peacock now, who's right there, now he's back with the field. What is he going to do now that he's up to the top 5?
Well, you know, top 5 running is always a little bit different, but Taylor Peacock is going slow right now. I feel like he's just getting ready to go, but hey, top 5, great running. You're up here with the big boys now. Keep your head down, stay with them. Nobody went into the pits of these runners, so the first one to do their last stop, the last person to make their stop was Dustin Scruggs, who's down in 20th right now, so it's
Probably
not
repairing
really,
damage.
yeah, that's for damage from earlier. So it's gonna be a battle of what were you doing earlier. Were you staying down low? Were you staying up high? Were you just running with the punches? We're going to find out, but, you know, Taylor Peacock's on a charge.
And on the outside looking in, look at Clinton Castleberry and Blake Lothian, who might want a top 5 right now. They're looking in. They see it. Might give them some motivation to really push in.
You can see Peacock actually backing up. He's looking to jump the gun because he knows when Wilson's going to go, and we all know right when that pace car goes in, that means it's time for Wilson to go green, green, green here at Kansas.
Green, green, green.
Way better restart for the whole field. They all went fairly similar at the same time, but look at Wilson. Just already has a pretty decent gap of a couple tenths already, but that closes up real quick when you're by yourself because of draft and just runs off the outside lane.
Yeah, speaking of those runs on the outside lane, Higginbotham and Rogie is side by side. We're going to go 3 wide, and that's Taylor Peacock looking down low. Higginbotham looking down low as well to block off the charge, and Rogie going to be tapping on the brakes. Peacock and Castleberry getting a little bit loose with each other.
Lothian into the inside too. They're, like I said, they're going to be there fighting for that top 5 position. Thomas now looking.
He's under pressure by Lothian. And
very aggressive driving here for this outside of the top 5 drivers here.
well, you know what they say, cautions breed caution babies. And if they keep driving like that, we might see a little bit of caution babies.
Yeah, nose to tail all the way down the front straightaway. It currently through 1 and 2. Look at Higginbotham going low on the leader, Wilson.
Wilson had a little bit of stagger, but now Wilson's going to have that run off the exit and stay ahead of Higginbotham. He did this earlier in stage 2. And, well, it still is stage 2, but he did this earlier in this stage, and it just forced Higginbotham to stay down low. Look behind him. They're 3 wide right now.
Very close, almost contact for Clinton Castleberry as Lothian and Castleberry start battling, looking for a top 5 spot here.
Castleberry staying down low. Lothian staying up high. They have a little bit of contact. That's Keith Bradley right behind them. Look at this. Look at all these guys right now. Nose tail with each other. All of them on low tire wears. Lap 56. Down the inside on Peacock goes Stephen Thomas.
And look, it's still a battle for the lead, side by side and door to door. Now that they single file out, I wonder, Higginbotham's still trying to make that bottom work with Rogie behind him. Looks like that outside lane is just having such a big advantage as this tire wear goes down.
Absolutely massive advantage right there. And, you know, it's looking fantastic. And Stephen Thomas, well, he was paying his dues right there and waiting for the moment. He's looking on Rogie right as iRacing is scaring the crap out of me right there. Bradley Wilson staying in the lead right behind Jason Higginbotham and Nathan Rogie in third. And look down low. Here comes Higginbotham. Wilson took a little bit too much off the top. Here comes Higginbotham to challenge him once again. Down low they go.
Very close. Using that wall as a little bit of a barrier. I know iRacing's implemented that arrow push off the wall, arrow cushion. Not sure how much of in play it has at Kansas yet, but could be working here tonight.
And it just makes it so easier to continue running at the top line as Higginbotham staying down low, trying to keep it with him, but unable to stay with Bradley Wilson as they get to lap 60.
Now one more to go. I think one more to go here, or yeah, one more to go here in the final, in this stage, and Higginbotham trying everything he can to get that stage win to take away from Wilson. Ooh, big run on the bottom.
Yeah, this is for all the marbles of stage number 2. You want that good run, but it's not enough for Higginbotham. Wilson leading out, and now Higginbotham is losing ground. Rogie's blocking Higginbotham. Get on low by Higginbotham's blocking Rogie, and for stage number 2, it's Bradley Wilson again.
Caution is out.
Wilson, Higginbotham, Rogie, Thomas, Lothian, Castleberry, Peacock, Gregory, Addison, and Munda, your top 10. Coming out of stage number 2. You're here watching the Triple M Pulling Truck Series here on Racecraft TV. We'll be right back after these messages for stage number 3.
This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
website or redesign your existing site, you have two options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Is 70.
Welcome back to Bradley Will.
Welcome back. I'm sorry.
I heard the
All right,
face.
welcome back to Racecraft TV with Bradley Wilson as your leader as they go into 4. The pace car with the lights off, already diving into the pits, and Bradley Wilson stacking up the field, and green flag once again here in Kansas Speedway for night racing.
I'm gonna break down.
Austin Knight is currently having a breakdown. My partner just struggling tonight with names. As we go to Nathan Rogian. No, look at Blake Lothian up into the 3rd position.
I'm fine. I'm fine. The audible face bomb just destroyed. Oh,
Clinton Castleberry just struggling off of restarts tonight. Falls back a couple more spots with Blake Lothian trying to hold off that outside lane for the third spot. Nathan Rogie making that inside lane work. But that outside lane just has such a big run down the back straightaway. Still side by side for 3rd place. And side by side for the lead. Jason Higginbotham to the bottom.
Higginbotham holding down that bottom line, staying ahead of Wilson as Wilson holding out that outside line. And, well, it's kind of back to familiar sights with them as both of them have an amazing run. They're pulling way far ahead of the field right behind them. Sorry about my little gaff up front that just destroyed me, but hey, you know, I'm human.
Everyone makes mistakes there. Hannah Montana once said.
You're still young to be quoting Hannah Montana?
I turn 18 tomorrow.
Yeah, aren't you too young to be quoting Hannah Montana?
No, never. Higginbotham still side by side for the lead with Wilson. Can he make that inside work with the new tires? It looks like he can get clear here, but it's too close for comfort. He's going to stay there as we look. Still having this side by side battle here for the lead.
Side by side, they still are. Dale Adamson's had an issue as he's currently off the track.
Higginbotham's going to lead that lap. That just shows you that it can work on the bottom here. As we have Dale Adamson just running the apron here. Oh, and look at the crossover.
Oh! That's what happened to Dale. Surprised no caution came out there. As I said, there was a crash out in front of them, and that's the leaders.
Oh, we got to get a replay here.
Oh my goodness. It did not just happen as it came back from yellow.
Wilson looks just clear of that. Same with Higginbotham. Was it?
right behind him.
Rogie and Thomas got together.
Peacock was in there. Scruggs in there. Oh my goodness.
That was Adamson.
Yeah, Adamson got the best view of that.
Look here, and they just...
I think Clint and Casper got the best view of this, what just happened right here.
They also got involved, so I wouldn't say it was the best view.
Oh, he saw it all happening.
Got too close for comfort and just... Brakes don't work that good in these NASCARs here, and they just piled up entering turns 3 and 4.
This is from a lap earlier. But as we go back to live pictures, pit lane is very busy right now at the start of stage number 3.
Oh, as we see a car in the back that just blew a motor in the pit lane. That'll be the race for the night for them.
Yeah, no faster pairs at all here in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. And, you know, when you blow an engine, I know the people you need to call. That's Triple M Pulling. You're here watching Racecraft TV. We'll be right back after these messages.
This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We are back here live after a very early caution that happened right behind Bradley Wilson and Jason Higginbotham. We got a new driver in second place. Well, pretty much our top 5 just went on its head, and everybody behind him got jumped up. We got Jason Higginbotham in second place, but in the lead, second place. They're side by side, but Blake Lothian right there with Michael McKinnon and Jonathan Munda, now our top 5 drivers. So I would say this counts as this race being turned on its head.
Yeah, that changed a lot of stuff for the top 5, but for the leaders, that doesn't change much for them. They've been battling this whole race, and they're probably going to battle for a while still here. But that bottom's been working because of the new tires, but I wonder if it's going to still work after that first run.
It's been 10 laps, and after that 10-lap run, it's a little bit sketchy down there. And look where Bradley Wilson lined up. He lined up on that outside line. He wants to have all the runs. But Higginbotham's holding down that low early jump by Wilson, and you can just see how bunched up that field came. Back to green flag racing here at Kansas.
Yeah, single filed out once again, going into turn 1. Too wide about 9 cars back, and they start to single file out too as everyone gets their runs and bunched up once again. Bradley Wilson, got to give him credit. He's been dominating the field all night tonight. As we look back at Chris Cinnamon. Running that high lane already.
Yeah, Cinnamon's having a good race today. Up 21 spots, but disqualified from the Southern Auto Glass Hard Charger Award as he did not set a qualifying time. He did set two laps, but both of them were invalidated. So I don't know how you crash on an oval when it's just you on track, but you know, I've done it before, so.
I've done it before too. I'm guilty of that.
Cinnamon's definitely not crashing here. That number 3 looking very nice right now.
Be careful what you say here. Look at the leaders. They're starting to stack back up here as Lothian has made his way into the top 3.
Higginbotham looking down low on Wilson. Still thinks he has a little bit of speed down there in that bottom group. Side drafting off of Wilson. And now he's holding down that middle line to, you know, adapt that line a little bit. Force Wilson to try to make a mistake. Get a little bit of racing in his head right now. But, you know, somebody who's just sitting here and watching this happen.
Blake Lothian.
Exactly who I think. He's got a good battle up in front of him, and he's just sitting back there watching him struggle. And the closer he stays to Wilson, the more fuel he's going to save, the more tires he's going to save, and the more tires he's going to be forcing Higginbotham to use, as he's going to be in that gap and not allowing Higginbotham to come back onto track.
Yeah, and as much as you want to save your tire wear, if you can make the others use their tire wear more than you, that's the way to go. But Wilson looked to get a little bit sideways coming off the corner, which gave a little bit of an advantage to Higginbotham.
Just look at that exit, though.
The exit out of these corners are insane. That banking just gives you the biggest run possible. But it might not be enough. Higginbotham looks like he has the advantage on the bottom here.
Oh, now here comes Lothian. Look at the... Oh, he's using all the lane. He's using all the track right now.
Got to use every inch of the track to save your tires, but be the fastest. He might have made a mistake here. He did lose a little bit of time there going through turns 1 and 2.
Wilson and Higginbotham still side by side for the lead. Higginbotham gets the lead. He's got a great run. He's still on that bottom line, but Wilson off the exit, holding it around the outside.
Now, look at Higginbotham. Might get clear here.
Oof.
Not enough.
Wilson got very loose up high. And Higginbotham, he's just been pounding the issue right there. But, oh, big mistake right there. A bit of a slide for Higginbotham. Now here comes Wilson on the outside once more.
I wonder how long Lothian's going to sit back and watch these two battle, or will he push it 3 wide at one point?
I don't believe he will. Our camera can definitely make it look like he's going 3 wide. And Higginbotham has dropped off the pace as Lothian has jumped up into 2nd place now.
Lothian's been quick tonight, and he's just been slowly working his way up the field. Now that he has his eyes set on the leader, he has a chance to just work with him and the leader. Is the 18 of Keith Bradley got a little loose coming out of 2.
Oof, that is a send by Keith as he sent that on Michael McKinnon. And that fire-breathing dragon is going to try to send it right back. And Keith Bradley used to be known as the man on fire. Well, he's being dealt some fire right now. Michael McKinnon down low. Looking for a good run on him. And, ooh, that's a tight squeeze. That's Clinton Castleberry on the bottom line. He's been having a very rough day. Right on board of Chris Cinnamon. Staying on the tail of Michael McKinnon. Getting up there into the wall just a little bit. Very close running right now. And that's what you got to do. You just got to have some close running and make sure that everyone's just keeping cool. As Cinnamon goes down low on McKinnon, looking for that 5th spot, but McKinnon's on that outside line. It's just like what we saw with Wilson and Higginbotham. That outside line is just so good off the exit. You're going to have to really commit into these corners and really know how much grip you have in these tires. They're going to go side by side across the line. McKinnon advantage, and Jonathan Munda, he is sneaking up there as well.
That bottom lane doesn't seem to be working as good now that Cinnamon's stuck on the bottom. He does have a clear here, but he's just not going to force the issue. Getting stuck on the bottom is huge here. Look at Lothian. We have some lap traffic here. Stephen Thomas, who is up in the leader, cautions out.
Oh, it's Lance Miller, I believe.
Miller again.
Oh, Nathan Rogie.
Nathan Rogie.
No. What's happened to Nathan? Oh, my goodness. Him in the 46. Oh, Peyton.
24.
Is that Peyton Johnson?
No, that was the oh, maybe. No, I think
Oh,
that
it's
was
Lance
24.
Miller.
Lance Miller.
Oh, you can see it happen in front of him.
Entering the corner.
And then, oh,
Did
no.
not expect to turn down the track. Lost his motor, too. That will be a quick end to a few of these drivers' nights. Ooh.
The 46 of, oh, that hit.
That's,
It looks like what happened to Anthony Alfredo when he was running in the Xfinity Series late last year. He's got slammed up the track and, well, very big incident. And that's probably the end of Nathan's night right now. We have a few drivers going into the pit lane, a few drivers staying out. Bradley Wilson is inside of a pace car. Well, different strategies happening right now. 4 cars stayed out, the rest into the pits. You're here watching Racecraft TV. We'll be right back. Let me go back to Green Flag Racing here in Kansas.
This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live at Kansas Motor Speedway. 6th caution of the night after a big incident down in the pack with Dale Abison and Nathan Rogie getting into each other into the entrance of turn 3, and well, that just so involved with a bunch of multiple cars. Pit stops went through, and our first taker of those fresh tires is actually Blake Lothian. He'll be starting on the outside line, and Jason Higginbotham, we've seen on how fast he's been all day. So Bradley Wilson is going to have a little bit of hands full right now.
Bradley Wilson's been dominating all night tonight, and he's looking in. He's swept both stages. He might have a chance to sweep all 3, but Lothian's just sitting right on his sitting right behind him, waiting to make him move, as well as McKinnon now.
McKinnon does not have fresh tires though, and so Blake is going to be very on point with this call. He's got to wait for Wilson. Wilson's backing up, and here we go. Green. McKinnon gets held out, and look at this run by Lothian around the outside immediately on McKinnon.
Really forced the issue here, but watch the speed here on the outside. Lothian just might be able to pull through here in the first couple corners. Not going to happen. Maybe in the next corner, these tires might have an effect.
If I was Lothian, I would not dip down low at all until I'm on the bumper of Wilson, because Wilson, he's on those older tires. He's forcing the issue for himself.
Yeah, Lothian right now is having some cold tires. He's looking a little loose coming through the corner, but he's making it work, gaining as much time as he can on the field right now.
Higginbotham going to the side of McKinnon coming out of the tri-oval right there.
Tina Keith Bradley now into the top 3 and Higginbotham now looking on the from the outside.
And here goes Lothian. New tire madness down low and up into the lead. But
taking the lead, blocking
Wilson
that bottom.
Not going to be happy about that. He's going to look down low right now on those older tires. Still holding that outside line, but that inside line, all those new tires, is just every day for Blake Lothian.
Now Blake Lothian has control of the field, entering turns 3 and 4 here, running the top.
And that's all he needs to do. We're 3 wide mid-corner. As here comes Higginbotham and Bradley now. Lothian using all the track and being wide as a battering ram right now to keep everybody at bay.
Here comes Higginbotham. Higginbotham had a hard time trying to pass Bradley, but now he has an opportunity to pass Lothian for the lead.
Going to be tight for them until lap 97. That bottom line is where you want to be. Higginbotham into the lead.
Got the new leader of the 56 here. He's been up there for all night tonight too, and I don't know how Wilson might have a strategy call behind not getting those tires. Might be that track position, but look at what he's now down to 5th place, somewhere you haven't seen him much all race.
Yeah, Bradley Wilson didn't take tires. Everyone else did. So they're definitely forcing the issue. And if this stays green, this might have spelled disaster for Bradley Wilson.
That it would be, but I do believe they have to pit one more time.
Wilson definitely has to go into the pits. Everyone else, though, I believe they might just be at the edge of just being clear.
I have to save some fuel. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. We might see some fuel saving strategy, but not completely sure about it.
Oh, and Adamson into the pit lane. He's had another issue.
Just pull off the track.
I think it was done. Well, no caution for that, as it was a safe pull-off, as our battle for second still alive and well.
Keith Bradley, Blake Lothian, and Chris Cinnamon now battling for a second spot. Bradley Wilson now falling to the clutches of the 0-0.
Yeah, Jonathan Munda's right behind him, and this is the lowest we've seen Wilson go all day, and I feel like the longer he stays out, the farther he's going to be dropped, as these boys up here are just pulling away and having a dang old fight right now, as Bradley all over the 59.
Looking low. Is he going to pop out low here? No, he's just going to give a little bit of help going into the corner. Might be using him as help to get to Higginbotham.
Jason Higginbotham is pretty much out of this world right now to these drivers, as they're all, well, as I say that, Higginbotham is still running that bottom line, trying to gain any advantage, and I feel like he's kind of losing that advantage later in the race, as Lothian is being bump drafted right now. You said we're going to see some bump drafting, and there it is.
Sometimes when you
Lothian's in the
the wall.
Keith Bradley got collected in there. Bradley up into second place. Lothian's got a lot of damage, and I think Keith Bradley has some damage as well. He does. Front right.
Ooh, Chris Cinnamon now has the opportunity to make something happen here shortly, but I don't believe Keith Bradley has any engine damage, which...
He's got nose damage, not engine.
I don't think it was that hard. It was a hard enough hit, but definitely Lothian's in trouble with that damage.
Yeah, Blake, a little bit of wiggle. He's going to be falling down the field and pretty much driving with a very damaged cars, making it feel like well, pretty much a car with no tires. As Higginbotham has a clean second on the field behind him. As Bradley Wilson's still stuck up top. We're closing in on 30 to go, and we know on how long this fuel tank can at least go. That's 30 laps. These guys went in on lap 87.
Which would make how many laps?
And they stretch this tank to about 40 laps. 45 laps that they were going for.
Ooh. I do believe I read like it was around 45 laps of fuel. Might be close. With draft and if another caution comes out.
McKinnon's in the pit lane.
Maybe he didn't have enough fuel. I don't believe he pit earlier.
Yeah, no, he stayed out with Wilson, so Michael McKinnon headed into pit lane. Early stop. Well, first of the drivers to do a green flag pit stop, as Blake Lothian struggling to keep that car pointed forward. And Wilson is being a good measuring stick right now, because we can see on how long Wilson has stayed out on this tire. So let's bring up our stint length right now. Be great if he was actually on there.
He's not, though.
Yeah, he's not.
Did pit on lap 87, that says?
Yeah, he did go into the pits on lap 62. Everyone went in on lap 67, and, you know, average of 32, 30, 25, 18. But Wilson, he last went into the pits on lap 62.
Well, that's definitely not enough to make it to the end, but I'm curious, lap 87, is that... Oh, and a caution comes out! That is huge for Bradley.
Torrey Thompson coming into the pit lane. has locked up the tires and brought out the caution. This might be a spin. Ooh,
That
missed
is what
cone.
caused the caution?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Caution is out. And let me tell you, Bradley
There is-
Wilson is happy.
There is some not too happy drivers on the radio. But, wow.
Well, Wilson is going to go into the pit lane. We're going to see if anyone else decides to go in with him. And some of these drivers might be saving fuel. And, you know, if they're going... Oh, they are going to go into the pit lane.
Might. Now, do they have other tire sets?
Yes, they do.
How many?
I believe they have at least one more.
Interesting. So if we have a caution in maybe 20 laps, Bradley Wilson might have an opportunity to save with that saved tire set.
We're going to see what our race leader, Jason Higginbotham, is going to take. He's taking tires. And look who's lined up right behind him, Wilson. So Wilson and Higginbotham, everyone just starting up off fresh tires. But Wilson's going to not be in the lead as Dustin Scruggs overshoots his pit lane. But just barely stays ahead. Leading out of the pit lane is going to be Higginbotham, Bradley, Cinnamon, Knott, Bullock, and Munda. Our top 6 here watching Racecraft TV. We'll be right back after a very short message.
This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have two options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live at Kansas Motor Speedway. Jason Higginbotham leading the field now after a awkward caution late on in this race. Less than 30 laps to go. Peyton, who's your money on?
Man, I don't. Higginbotham's been strong and he knows how to get it to the front, but on the long run, it doesn't. I don't know if he has it fully set, but I have to go with him because he's been the most consistent all night tonight.
Most consistent as well, Bradley Wilson, but consistent and aggressive are two different things. Wilson will be starting from 7th place, the lowest he's been of all night. Everyone's on the same playing field as him. Does he have enough?
He might be able to do it though too, because now that he has the same tires, he had the pace early on in the race. He just has to get through the traffic. He doesn't seem too far back, so. And he has an extra set of tires if a late race caution comes out.
Don't count out Keith Bradley. He has a little bit of damage for sure, but his car is looking good. Another car who started at last place pretty much, Chris Cinnamon. He's up there in 3rd, and hey, that number 3 Goodwrench Chevrolet is looking absolutely fast here today. So, hey, we might see good old Intimidator up there into the lead. Pace car is in. Let's go. 25 laps to go of racing here on Racecraft TV. Get him up. Get him high. Green, green, green.
Jason Higginbotham, just big gap for the lead. If we look, it already looks like Bradley Wilson's already on his way to moving his way up, side by side, pushing 3 wide with some people.
Goodness.
Oh, very close racing here. Not wasting any time to get to the front. Look at Bradley Wilson go, getting through that heavy pack. Now he's up working on the 26.
Yeah, that's Cody Knott ahead of him. Knott, amazing pit stop right there. And made him jump up into 4th place. Wasn't running in the top 10, I believe. And well, Cody Knott, he's up there with the big boys. Is up ahead. They're swipping and they're swiping and they're driving all over the track. As Higginbotham and Cinnamon nose tail each other. As here comes Wilson, the switchback on Knott.
Got the bottom with those fresh tires. He might be able to pull off something called a slide job here. Doesn't need to. He just has the pure speed on the bottom.
Yep. Wilson into 4th now.
Now sets his side on the 3 leaders, the top 3 here. He knows what he has to do, as they all run the bottom here, except for Keith Bradley running that mid lane.
Yeah, Bradley, remember, has that little bit of nose damage, so he wants to be a little bit more conservative with what he's running. And Cinnamon is going to take that top line. Also, last lap, Bradley Wilson, fastest lap of the race, 30.96. He is mad angry, and he's going to try. Well, he's going to use all of his anger and try to go a little bit faster. And hey, you want to know consistency? 2 laps in a row, exactly the same lap. Also, 2 laps in a row. Fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, really very consistent. That was someone who I know he has the speed tonight. He's had the consistency tonight. He just needs the luck on his side with pit strategy, and he seems to have done it. He has a free tire set, and he's in the top 5. Has his sights on the leader.
Yeah, but everyone else is on the same strategy as well. But hey, Wilson, he does have 1 more tire set than these guys. So if another caution comes out, if push comes to shove, he will be good. As Bradley's looking low on Cinnamon. Cinnamon, though. Oh, Cinnamon's in the wall. Now, Cinnamon and Bradley, they both have front nose damage now. And Higginbotham, well, he's got 2 pretty much pawns in this game between him and Wilson. And Wilson is going to be forced to go down low. That's
just making the bottom work on, looking side by side for 2nd. Ooh. Very close racing here.
And now, Wilson doing opposite of what Bradley's doing. And what Higginbotham's doing as well. And that's going to allow him to start charging up the field, especially on these straights. And because Higginbotham likes to run that bottom line a little bit longer than Wilson does. And Wilson, he's saving his tires. He wants to be unbeatable at the end of this race.
Between tire saving and draft, this is huge. Look at the pack back here. Just everyone's scavenging for any position they possibly can.
Look at, speaking of moving up through the field and all that stuff, the 39 of Dane Hagen, up 20 spots today, and he's up there in 9th place, and he's looking on 10th as Wilson and Bradley. Oh, Bradley with the nose chop right there. He wants that outside line in that 2nd spot.
Might have had to get out of it right there, but still has the top. He was there. He made the pass at one point, but he just got passed right back. Nice battle here for a top 3 spot, as Chris Cinnamon just sitting not that far back, waiting for something to happen.
Now, I know these two have had a little bit of a trouble past. Texas, Bradley had an issue with Wilson, and they got together on the back straight. And whereas for them, they had an issue as well after the race. So we might see that story continue here today between these two.
Yeah, some pretty hard driving here from these top three. Try not to let the leader get too far away from them, but you want to stay in striking distance as we start nearing closer and closer to 10 laps to go.
And Bradley looking down low as well as Higginbotham. There's the laps car up ahead. Wilson's going to get a good run on Bradley now. He's going to stay on that outside line, though.
Big run looking to the inside. Here he goes. Not going to give up that much room. He's going to stay right there.
Oh, so close between them. That is Cinnamon being lapped by our drivers. He's going to stay on that bottom line. Pretty much smartest area to stay on this track as Wilson. He's looking for that switchback. He's looking for that bottom line. Here comes Wilson for second.
Can Wilson do it on the bottom? We know it's not his preferred area of racing. He might be able to make it work here.
Oh,
no,
Bradley is holding him down there. Here. He's negating that run, and Bradley, defensive as always, is going to make Wilson work for it.
Ow.
Smack your face in the microphone.
Yeah, I did smack my face in the microphone as Wilson takes second place as Keith Bradley has something coming back to him.
Ooh, Bradley's in the bumper right here. And Wilson is looking a little bit loose coming out of there. Was there a little bit of bump between them? 12 laps to go. 8/10 separates Wilson and Higginbotham. Bradley looking for that outside line, but Higginbotham is just still pulling away from him.
And Bradley Wilson does he have enough time to even get there? I know we said that last time at Watkins Glen with a few of these cars.
It's a second.
Mistakes were made.
He's got entire second.
He's got to work hard for these next 10 laps as we get 10 to go at the line.
The line that Higginbotham's taking is just going faster than Wilson, as last lap was 2/10 faster. Wilson into the wall.
Did Bradley Wilson use too much tire trying to get around Keith Bradley for second place?
Keith Bradley was blocking for Higginbotham. Bradley was doing everything he can as Chris Cinnamon is in the wall.
That's a lot of spots dropped. He's going to have to make up a lot of time here. And it looks like he just got tight and just slowly drifted.
This was a lap before. Cody Knott got past him.
And he just entered the corner a little too low and this corner.
Next corner.
Okay.
Oh, Keith Bradley's falling down the field. I got to stop doing this. Bradley down into 5th. 8 laps to go.
8 laps to go with, I believe, another.
Not into 3rd. And Brandon Bullock into 4th. Bullock's up 20 spots as well.
Brandon Bullock looking on the inside for 3rd place. Battle for a top 3 is huge, especially with points. Will we see anything drastic, a slide job, or maybe even some different line placement for a position here? He has his eyes set on a top 3 spot. Will he go for it?
You know, it might be there, it might not. It's all about the tires and how you're using them, and these two guys, I think, are just looking for that finish. 7 laps to go, 6 laps to go. As soon as I say something, it will probably change.
Now really spread out here. It looks like Jason Higginbotham just has an incredible lead on second place with Bradley
1.6
Wilson.
seconds.
Huge lead, just pulling away from the field with every lap. Maybe Bradley Wilson used his tires up a little too early, and if a caution comes out now, I don't think he'll pit for anything.
Yeah, 5 laps to go. Caution comes out right now.
Ooh.
We will go into Racecraft TV overtime.
Got some tight racing here between the 00 of Jonathan Munda and the 18 of Keith Bradley.
Bradley, he's definitely used up a lot of his tires. He's just been going backwards and backwards, as that's Munda up into 5th place. But Bradley is definitely getting a Christmas card from Jason Higginbotham for that defensive driving he was doing on Bradley Wilson and just allowing Higginbotham to amass this 1.4 second lead ahead of Bradley Wilson. Is that a turtle on the rear of his car?
I believe it is.
Well, Cody Knott's definitely not driving like a turtle today. He's holding down that inside line. And, well, they're all getting past Stephen Thomas, who is driving on the outside. So everyone forced to go down the inside. So difference lines not going to be there for this time. 3 laps go. 1.2 seconds separate our leaders, as Higginbotham still in the lead and still running that risky bottom line. And that top line that Wilson is running is definitely faster now. But the time difference is just so massive. 2 laps to go. And Knott and Bullock in the battle for third. Bullock looking on that outside line. Knott staying down low.
Ooh.
Ooh,
To the inside
switchback.
of 17.
Very loose. Now Knott's forced to stay on that outside line. Here it
Driving
comes.
in there.
Oh, he's drifting. He's drifting up the track. Here comes Munda.
The white flag coming out this time by.
Munda looking low on Bullock. Bullock's forced to go high. There's Knott down low. Bullock
and
coming down the nose on Munda.
Here comes the huge run for Bullock. Will he make something happen in the last corner?
He's looking down low.
Pinching the entry.
He's got that inside line, but it's not going to do anything. They're still side by side. Here comes
Here
Munda.
comes Munda.
But it's going to be Cody Knott taking 3rd place. And, well, that finish was insane. But all eyes are on Jason Higginbotham, who takes the win as Wilson smoke screens him. Man, what a race. Jason Higginbotham taking the win here today at Kansas, followed by Bradley Wilson and Cody Knott, our top 3. And it's time for Jason Higginbotham to take all the honors as he burns it down here in Kansas. Jason Higginbotham takes our win here today, followed by Bradley Wilson. Cody Knott in 3rd place with Brandon Bullock, Jonathan Munda, Keith Bradley, Chris Cinnamon, Dan Gallant, Michael Adamson, Taylor Peacock, Dane Hagan, Michael McKinnon, Dustin Skirk, Scott Osmond, Jeff Sickles, Jesse Siraj, Blake Lothian, and Ben Ganoisky in 18th place, followed by Eric Zimmerman, Tori Thompson, Clinton Gasper, Stephen Thomas, Logan Quinn, Dale Admonson, Lance Miller, Nathan Rogie, Stephen Gregory, and Tyler Daniels in 28th place, followed by Zach Adams and Robert Richards. The end of the grid, but all eyes are on Jason Higginbotham as he wins here today at Kansas. And I believe we do have Mr. Higginbotham standing by with us. We'll get him very soon. So let's talk to the man with probably the most exciting finish of this race. Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Knott. Cody,
Yeah.
how was that race, man?
It was crazy, man. It's I felt good late in the race, saved up early, just rode my laps, and it seemed I had the speed on the bottom and can just save tires here and there and get it through.
We're up 16 spots today, and that was a heck of a run you had throughout the field. Tell us what it was like just running through everybody, and when that late caution came out, just walk us through that.
Oh man, me and my team, we were sitting there trying to strategize with the green pit stop, and we didn't know how we were going to do it. And then that came out, and I was sitting fourth, and Higgy just decided to go and pit, and we all followed with him. It came back out in the same spot, and just decided let's run that line that we've been good at all night.
Well, everything went your way tonight. You finished up here in third, and it's a heck of a great run to get a good podium here today. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my father-in-law, Pulse Poppers. He's my main sponsor for this. Also, brimbugs.com, and my buddy Nick King. He makes all my wraps out of NSM Wraps, and that's about it.
All right, congrats on the third place, man. You have yourself an amazing night, and well, yeah, see you next time.
You guys.
And let's bring it over to Peyton Hill, who, well, we had Higginbotham for a bit, but he was not there.
Oh, there he is.
And we have our race leader, winner, and everything standing by with Peyton.
Hey, Jason, how you doing?
All right, Peyton, how you doing, bro?
It's great race. Great watching you and Bradley Wilson battle it out for the whole race. But towards the end there, he got hung up behind. Shoot, who was it?
Bradley. Yeah, got hung
Oh
up
yeah,
behind
Keith Bradley.
Yeah,
Man,
I think they had a good race going on.
They had a good race going, but you just found something and pulled away from the field on the bottom of the track. How do you feel after something like that?
That's exactly what I needed. I think Bradley did that pit stop when we all pitted and put him behind the 8 ball, and then, like you said, it got him racing with the guys, which gave me a chance to get away. Because Bradley was definitely racing me hard. When I pulled it to the bottom, he would keep crossing me over. So I think he was going to be tough to beat at the end. If it had been me and him up there, or it'd have been me and him at the finish for sure.
Yeah, he found something towards late in the race, but he didn't have enough time. But you came out on top. I mean, through all the pitting strategy that you had, if Wilson didn't pit, what made you not follow the leaders on that stage or that caution pit stop?
Yeah, it was. Would we come in? I was counting down halfway. Would have been around lap 100. On that last run, something like that, like a 99, 100, 101, and we were close to that. I think it was in the 80s. And we had 2 sets of tires left, so I said, well, heck with it, I'm gonna come on in. And I don't remember if I was second or third at that time, but everybody came in with me, so it kind of hung him out there on a limb, put us in good position for sure.
I mean, you had the skill level tonight. You had the speed. You limited your mistakes to very minimum.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Man, from starting fourth to taking a win out here tonight, is there anyone you want to thank for that push to the front?
Yeah, I definitely want to thank Mike McKinnon for letting me run every now and then. There's a few tracks. Everybody thinks I'm fast, but there's a few tracks that I'm fast at. Believe me, I can't keep up at Eldora. I can't keep up at no road course. I can't even begin to race them. So don't get me wrong. I pick and choose the races that I'm fast at. Come in here and have some fun. I hope I didn't hurt nobody. Shouldn't have hurt nobody by winning. If I'm running any different, I'd have pulled off. But I don't think winning should have hurt nobody. But yeah, I definitely got to thank Michael McKinnon and the sponsor of the series for sure. If you want to say it, I forget the name. I don't even know how to say it. But if you want to say it, I definitely want to thank the sponsors.
Awesome.
Well, thank you, Jason. You have yourself a good night. And, well, next week, the Triple M Pulling Truck Series heads to
Triple.
Talladega.
Yeah,
You excited for that?
Thank you. Yeah, I might run Talladega. It's gonna be another one of those toss-ups. But yeah, I might run Talladega. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, it
Thanks,
certainly
guys. I
was a lot of
appreciate
fun. You have yourself an amazing night,
Thank you.
and I hope everyone has had a amazing night here on Racecraft TV for the Triple M Pulling Truck Series here at Kansas. What a finish, Peyton. Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, just like I said, big race. Tire strategy came into play. Pitting strategy came into play. I'm glad it all worked out in the end. So, great racing tonight.
Great racing tonight indeed. Hope everybody has a amazing afternoon or morning in case you're watching overseas. Here for Racecraft TV, I've been joined by Peyton Hill. I'm Austin Knight, and I hope y'all have a good night.
This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at Twitch. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.